Hello and welcome. This is Michelle with PaperStampInk. Thanks for stopping by my channel today, where you'll receive tips, techniques, and tutorials to inspire you in your own paper crafting projects. So today we are going to do this adorable little pouch decorated up to look like a carrot, great for Easter, and it is a self-opening and closing. So you just pop that open and pop it back closed, and nobody has to rip into this beautiful little pouch to get to all the yummy goodness inside. So why don't you leave me a comment below? I'd love to know, what is your guys' favorite Easter treat? Mine is those Reese's peanut butter eggs. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's still Reese's peanut butter cup, but there's just something about those, and I think it's probably partly nostalgic because that's something that my mother always put in my Easter basket growing up. So I just love those. I'd love to hear what your favorites are for the Easter season and all the yummy treats that are out there. So before we jump into that, I want to do a couple of announcements. One, I am so thankful for all of you who have subscribed to my channel, and I am almost at 3,000 subscribers. Now, I had set a goal to reach that by my birthday, which is coming up April 16th, so just around the corner here, and I am sure with your guys' help, I'm going to reach that goal. So what I'm going to do is I am doing a giveaway, and I am going to be giving away the Lasting Lily stamp set. Now, this is for people who are subscribers, so you do need to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And what you need to do to be able to enter is you need to share this video either on YouTube or on Facebook, wherever you're seeing it, and please comment, share down in the comment section so that I know that you're interested in being into the drawing for this. So I am going to do the drawing on April 17th. So we'll give away this wonderful Lasting Lily stamp set. I just love, this is one of those that has the distinctive dies or the distinctive stamps in it. And so just beautiful how you can get all that definition with those distinctive stamps. Let's go ahead and jump in onto our project with our paper Stampin' Ink. So I have a piece of the In Color Designer Series paper. Now these come in 6x6 packs, and you get different patterns with all of the Designer Series, or the In Colors. And this is the 2018-20 Designer Series paper colors. This is actually Grapefruit Grove. I've done a little bit of prep for us. On the 6x6 piece, I have gone ahead and scored it at 1/4 inch, keeping in mind when I do that score what I want my top to be. So I like, when this is folded over, to see the little lines going this way. If you want them going the other way, score there. If you want the stripes on the outside, doesn't really matter because you're not going to tell the direction on those polka dots. So keep that in mind when you're doing your scoring. So I scored it at 1/4 inch. Then along this side, I put the tear and tape all the way across, and then I put a piece across the bottom, and I stopped it short about 1/4 inch from this side because this is going to be rolled over and adhered here, so I wanted to leave enough room for that piece. So that is the Designer Series paper we're using, and then I have a piece of the Call Me Clover, and this is 2 3/4 by 3 inches, and we're going to use that to cut down the grass, or the greenery, not the grass. You could use that same technique for grass though. I've got a scrap of Call Me Clover, a little scrap of Mango Melody, and a scrap of Whisper White, the regular. So that is what we're using for paper. Stamp sets, I'm using the Itty Bitty Greetings. You guys know I love a good sentiment stamp, so I put the Easter Blessings from this. It's a 2-case stamp, so tons of sayings in here. If you haven't picked this one up, make sure you do so because it's a wonderful addition to your stamp sets. And then I'm using this adorable little Easter bunny, or bunny, from A Good Day. I'm making it Easter bunny, but you could use it for anything. Great for baby cards too, just so sweet. For ink, I'm using Call Me Clover and Memento Tuxedo Black, as well as pulling in some of our stamping blends. And in those stamping blends, I am going to use the light Mango Melody and the light Lovely Lipstick, as well as the dark soft seafoam. Let's go ahead and get started on our project. So these are really simple to make. I believe this little folded top helps to keep that from popping open. This just adding that crease is what makes it easy to make this a self-sealing pouch. Got a little heavy with the glue there. Let me get some of that off because I don't want it squishing out onto the rest of my paper. And I'm just going to come in and burnish this down with my bone folder. We're going to pull this piece of tear and tape off, and I don't know why I'm trying to do that the hard way. Let me get one thing I forgot to do though is do burnish these down when you put them on, because it does make it easier to get this piece off. I'm going to use the take your pick tool just to help me get up under there into that paper. There we go. Pull that off. Got a little fuzz there, but you know what? That's going to be on the inside, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to give this a little bit of a roll just to help curve that paper some, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to line up this bottom. Oops. Line up this top part. Trying to keep my head out of the camera for you guys. And seal this down. There we go. Then I'm going to come in here with my take your pick tool and get that piece of paper off there. I love this tool. If you haven't picked it up, it's definitely a great item. $10. You get the pointy and the piercing end. You get a spatula end when I flip this over. It comes with a stylus attachment, and then you get two of these putty, one putty end and a refill. And we're going to use that side again here in a moment. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line that seam up kind of to the edge. I don't want it all the way on the side because I find that it tends to want to pop open if I do that. So I'm just kind of putting it to the side and crease that down. And now we've got our bottom. Now to get our top, I'm going to just come in here in the opposite direction. So I crease this one this way and come in the opposite direction and give that a crease. This is going to be our back with that fold, and this is going to be our front. Now, how easy was that? Let's go ahead and bring in our little scrap piece and the bunny. And this is a super quick coloring. Very easy to do. And I'm just going to use the bullet nib end. These come with a brush end and a bullet tip end, and because this is so tiny on this bunny, I am going to definitely be using that bullet tip to color in. So I just put a little dot on the nose and the bow, and I'm going to leave it at that. Now I want to ground this so it doesn't look like that bunny's just floating in the air. And so I'm just going to come in and do some scribbling. That's probably way more than I need once I punch this out, but that's where I'm using that dark seafoam. I'm going to use my 1 1/4 inch punch. Coming in here, punch that bunny out. The 1 3/8 inch punch that has the scallop. Punch that out. Use some Tombow Mono Multi. Put that on here, and as you guys know, I love the Tombow so that I can slide that around. I'm going to glue this on here. And I'm just setting that for just a moment to make sure that it sets. Let's bring out our Call Me Clover. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking about something totally different about what I want to say. So ink that up, put that right there. Use the classic label punch. And I am just going to come in here and line this up. The other thing I love about that sentiment stamp is that that stamp set is that most of those fit in the classic label punch. So very quick and easy. Get a little Tombow on here. So I decided to skip the extra step that I did on this one. What I did is I just dipped the edges of that into the Call Me Clover to get a little bit more definition. But when I went back and looked at it, I thought, you know what, I think that's going to stand out well enough as it is. And frankly, when I do that, sometimes I tend to get inky fingers and I get things all over. So I can come in with that Mango Melody, and I'm going to do a punch there with one of the flowers from, these are the, I think it's called the Itty Bitty Blooms. I may be having that name wrong, but it coordinates with the Bloom by Bloom suite. And I'm punching out 2 leaves. I got 2 centers. I only need 1. And this is where I really love this Take My Pick tool. So I've got a little bit, tends to leak out sometimes. So I'm going to adjust that again because I don't need quite so much. But I just pick that up with that putty on the end. So easy. And instead of trying to get these little bitty pieces with my fingers. Take my flower and put it on there. That down. Make sure it's set before I get my leaves on, and then I'm going to add my leaves. And that's not wanting to stick. There we go. Probably got that a little close to the crease. So I'm going to come up on the top here with my leaves. And I'm just going to add those in. One right there. Got a little heavy-handed with the glue, but this glue is going to dry clear, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's hold that in place. Come in with my other end, keep that in place, and now we've got our little pouch. The last piece we need to do is to just cut this grass, and I do want to bring in, I think, my longer scissors, and I keep calling this grass, but it's really the top of the carrot. I've just used this a lot for grass in the past, grass images on cards. So cut down. I'm not really worrying about getting them even because, hey, who has seen anything that's growing like carrot tops that are exactly even? Now this is going to get a little messy, all these little scraps. I'm just coming in and rounding that off, and then I'm going to come back and snip these, and I'm not even worrying about them being exact. You can come and tidy them up as you want. Just trying to get some little points on those, because I do think it softens that up quite a bit as opposed to leaving them with that blunt edge. And let's see, almost done. This is probably the most labor intensive part of this whole project here. I find it easier sometimes to flip it over and go from the other side. There we go. And I am going to come in and put another piece of tear and tape down here. Burnish that down. Peel that off. And I'm going to slide this in. And then we will be done. Now don't forget to comment that you've shared this video. Make sure that you've subscribed, and come back on April 17th to my channel. Of course, if you've subscribed and you click that bell, you'll get notifications every time I post a video, so you will know when I post that winner. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. I will see you back with some more fun Easter projects and other gift items. I've got my craft fair series that I'm starting up again, and I've got lots of fun, great ideas on that. Do something creative today and share it with someone you love.